and this is the newest reaction and review video, and I am being completely honest. Sorry for cutting you guys off here. I'm going to be completely honest and say they've done an amazing turn with the thumbnails. Oh my goodness. Absolutely love it. Beautiful. Anyway, let's get into this, and I know when it's like confronts episodes, there is always one thing. Mental struggling. So that means I get to psychoanalyze either Earth or Eclipse or both at the same time. Most likely Eclipse, but I'm just looking forward to this, and I just love this art, so yeah.
Fanta. Submit to the fizziest fizz, a bubbly place, the tangiest tang, bursting with deliciousness. Try the irresistible new taste.
In the lead up to their big day, Aware Super gave Pippa and Anjan some helpful advice to help.
There's a lot of things I have to sort out here. Okay, there's the other piece. Alright.
She's just me, just walking around doing random crap.
And it's so funny if it stood there. And then, you don't go there. Is there another wave thing? I'm still confused as what to do with all these foam things, but at least I washed them. They were quite sticky before.
Hello!
Hello, Earth.
Hello. Anything I can help you with?
I think I could talk with you, right?
Well, yes, if you would like to talk. If you don't mind if I do something at the same time, that is. If I don't do this, I'm going to get distracted and it'll never get done.
What?
If I don't organize these things, it's just going to stay around.
You really are
them, you know?
their sister, mate. You really are some sister.
Can't put that down for like 5 seconds.
Well, I'm almost done. Oops, I knocked that over. I'm almost done. I just have, all these things. I'll just throw these over
What I would
here.
do, I just
There's
throw them
that.
up top.
And then I have that one that will stay there. And then we go right over.
This chick is me.
All right, now you have my full, undivided attention.
I was wondering if perhaps we could discuss with one another.
Well, of
Oh,
course.
you gotta try to
What
make
would
a
you like to
turn, my
discuss?
brothers.
Do you think it's too late for me to turn back still? I'm heavily apologetic to Sun and Moon.
It's never
Okay,
too
I
late.
don't. What? Oh, I see what you're doing. I see. It's a classic turn of just basically what Nebula did in Endgame. Essentially, she switched herself with her future self, and then went into the future, pretending to be her future self, and then basically opened a portal so Thanos can come through. Is this basically what you're doing? You're going to pretend to be good, and then you're going to betray them. I like that storyline because that is just, yeah.
Change. That's what I always say. As long as you own up and take accountability for your mistakes and apologize them appropriately.
What they say.
They don't accept your apology, which they're not obligated to.
They're honestly
if you do
not.
wrong someone, they're not obligated to forgive you. But all that matters is that you work on yourself and acknowledge that the wrongs you were doing and have done were done in a place.
And then you can try to actually make amends with what you have done, like Kilko did. But then again, I really doubt that you're actually turning good. But if you are, I have faith in you. I just want you to either become good or just betray them. Please, just give me one of those. I believe everyone can change, even Eclipse, but I know for a fact that he's not changing in this part here. He's not changing here. But once he, sees how, with all that, or that he might change, but that is a very big might. I just want to see him change, but then again, we all know that's a big if.
Of, I guess misunderstanding and hurt.
Okay, yeah.
Really? That's it?
Well, yes.
That's the sage advice you have to give?
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it's
call
probably
sage
Endgame,
advice.
isn't it?
It's more just, advice.
funny.
Wait, this is Endgame! Luna and Spider-Man. Blood Moon, who is he basically? Who's someone that died that has a very big thirst for blood in Endgame? Let's say Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, because he did get snapped away. Moon. Basic Moon is essentially Doctor Strange. He got snapped away. So essentially, this is Endgame! Yes!
I don't mean to be funny.
I don't think you realize the brothers you really have with you
Well,
is all.
but the time I've spent with them, they're quite lovely and enjoyable people. So I don't seem to
As if she trusts
see
you,
what you
mate.
see, I'd say.
Really? You know, I could show you all the things Moon has done in the past.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? The past. It's something he probably doesn't want to talk about. It's probably something he feels embarrassed or ashamed over.
Yes.
Unless it's
Does he do something real quick? Sorry, I just had to get a package. So essentially, I definitely know for a fact that this is just an Endgame thing. And what did Thanos do in Endgame? I'm just trying to remember, because I've only seen that movie once because it made me cry like hell. The feeling he manipulated somebody that was extremely close to them. Close to the Avengers. I don't know, maybe that was, I don't know. I feel like that's in one of the Marvel movies. It's not Ant-Man. Definitely not Hawkeye. Wait. Didn't Hawkeye become a villain after the events of Infinity War? I don't know. My brain is sitcom right now. Because I've been watching Big Bang Theory.
something completely groundbreaking. I can't judge somebody for past actions.
Like what, killing people?
Even then, from what Sun has talked to me about, even he has feelings of regret for that stuff. I realize I'm from a different place. I'm from a nicer, I didn't have to deal with things like this. I'm sure there's some problems here that I haven't really fully understood, and, well, I can't really blame them for reacting to certain situations with the responses that they have.
And Blood Moon.
Let's just...
You
say,
are Thanos.
Even if I were
No, wait.
to...
You're being Mysterio right now. You're being Mysterio from Spider-Man Far From Home. Aren't you, mate? Woo! You're being Mysterio because you do have the ability to make people think certain things. Like basically what Mysterio had with all of his illusions and all that. You can basically do that. And as well, you're trying to manipulate Earth, which is what he did to Spider-Man. How awesome is this? They clearly have done their sci-fi research.
apologize or anything of that sort with my actions. I doubt they'd be willing to just let me walk.
Nah, they
Well,
wouldn't, mate.
I guess it depends exactly on what you did. And from what I've heard, you've done a lot of not so fun things and not so nice things. So
Like
I
a
would
lot
assume
of
you
things.
need to face
You killed your own brother.
some consequences for some things.
Well, your
But-
own brother.
Please.
I would assume that if you were actually, apologetic and felt remorse for your actions, the punishment for such things you have done would be substantially lessened, especially since you've owned up to it.
You dare.
Listen, mate. If you said that to Anne Boleyn, one of King Henry VIII's wives, and her family, that would have not helped them a bit. Once they admitted to treason, they would have got murdered. Even though they already did, it would not have changed the outcome. But this... nah, I do not think, especially what he did, he's not going to be accepted in society if he doesn't do something to make amends of it. He can try to, and I don't doubt he can get some people to care about him that he didn't manipulate or something like that. But he needs to try like really hard. Like for example, if he was to suddenly sacrifice himself for the good of the world, like I need an example of this. WandaVision from Doctor Strange into the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. One of my favorite movies. He's basically, I am comparing him to a lot of villains, but essentially, this is who he is. But I do think he has the capacity to change. His anger is just too much. He needs to let go of that anger and listen. I do not think, yes, he's been in other channels, but I do not think there will be something as big as, oh, I'm going to become good now on the other channels. I think it would just be here, he would go, oh yeah, I'm going to be good now. But because he didn't do that in his own separate video and like talking into himself, I could extremely doubt that this is what it is actually right now. But I want to believe it, but I know, yeah.
Nothing that gets you to tick, is there?
I'm supposed to walk through a lot of solutions with a lot of people. I'm not really one to get, I don't know, flustered easily.
I don't think that was the word.
Besides, you do want to change. That's what you've told me. So I am assuming I'm answering your questions.
Why don't you tell them that I want to change?
They probably wouldn't accept that, I don't think.
I
Especially
very
from
doubt
me.
it too.
And I guess it'd be harder to accept from you, too. I guess actions speak a lot louder than words.
Yes.
My God, you really just are. What's the word? Hopeful?
Actions
Naive?
do speak louder than words. You could bring back Lunar, even though he's already back. You could do something big, like give Moon back his memories or something like that. You could do something like that, and then, like, put everything back to normal, and then just do something drastic, like explain everything from your point of view, or just put them inside your own memories and just experience, and then just let them see what you went through, and then be like, oh, we traumatized this kid, and then essentially they'd be like, okay, we understand, we don't fully forgive you yet, but we're willing to help you. That's what it takes. But then again, I'm trying to think, what villain becomes good in Marvel Universe? Loki becomes good. But he had to save his entire kingdom, and he still wasn't really fully forgiven. So, yeah.
One or the other.
Well, I like the hopeful part. I don't really see the naivete you're talking about, but
She is naive,
Please
but
hope at some point just becomes naive.
I don't understand what we're talking about now.
I just want you to do me a favor. That's literally it. Tell Sun and Moon that I humbly regret my choices. Is that so hard?
I
yeah,
would
you're
do
getting
that,
angry and
but you
furious
also need to
right
show
now.
that
That does
you do
not seem...
feel regret and remorse for your actions by actions.
Yes!
Actions speak a lot louder than words, even if they understood what I said. You have to show them through actions that you do mean what you say.
So you won't do this one thing for me.
It doesn't mean I won't tell them. I have said that I will do this for you. I just wish for you to know as well that even if I do tell them that, they most likely won't believe it. So you'll need to show that you're changing. Does that make sense?
Wow. I don't think I met a more... what's the word? Ridiculous person? No.
Not
I think the word
ridiculous.
Dude, I've seen the epic weapon you looted from the dungeon. I want it too.
Apprentice, I can't give you this. Little sister Apprentice just said she wanted it to.
But last time you said
Person? No. I think the word just is naive.
I'm not trying to be ridiculous. This is actually common sense, I believe.
This is common
You know
sense.
the phrase, actions speak louder than words?
No.
It's like
Every
how
time
a
there's like
picture
some
has-
conflict, you find a way to kind of try and make things a little better in some way. Yet you don't know everything that there is to know about that sun or moon or anything of that sort. Has Sun told you how many kids he's killed?
He has not mentioned that to me.
July
Or
16th.
Not at all.
How long is
I
that?
wonder why. Probably because they don't
13
want
days
to lose
away.
the only good thing that they have now, do they?
Well,
I was
technically
programmed
14.
to help with conflict
American time.
and to de-escalate situations.
At what point does a conflict become lossless?
Until my calculations tell me it is.
And your calculations still deem you to be working with these child killers, right?
I did not have that in my databank.
And what does it say now?
Well, it's still analyzing this. There's a lot of factors I did not put into it. And also, I'm not sure if you're fully telling the truth with me right now.
Not telling the truth?
Well, if you are wanting to make, amends with Sun and Moon, why would you tell me such a thing?
You're good.
You realize that they never would accept that. That's it.
I'm not sure who's telling the truth anymore.
Oh my god!
He is telling the truth. I don't think he's trying to
You
change.
are the enigmatic representation of just stupidity, aren't you?
I understand you're angry, but you know what you cannot do when you're angry? Take it out on others.
Technically, he can't control that. It's called the amygdala. It's inside your brain. It's where it like controls like all your anger. When you get angry, it basically takes control in your prefrontal cortex, where all the where all your like logic part of the brain and all that just gets thrown away, and he just gets taken over by emotion and anger, which he basically is all the time. But essentially, he cannot control what he's doing because of his anger. Quite literally, if you could get him to calm down from his anger, then he could actually change. I do anger management because I have anger issues. So what I am saying right now, actual therapists have told me. And also the Hulk video on cinema therapy. But seriously, mate, if he was to change, you need to get him to calm down and just stop looking to a certain side of just revenge and anger and like sadness and grief. You need to like get it turned over. What he's doing right now is just fully a distraction. It's kind of like how some people get addicted to gambling, smoking, alcohol when something bad has happened. Or even technology and all that. He's addicted to getting revenge. If he somehow calms down and people and Sun and Moon, because they specifically have to do it themselves for him and all that, because he was abandoned and grief and all that. They need to help him look away calm him down from all of his anger, and start getting him to think more logically and more of the positive feelings, emotion side. Anger isn't a bad emotion. It's not a good emotion either. No emotions are good or bad. People say anger is a bad emotion, but I can say from experience, that's not the worst thing in the world. The thing is, his grief has become anger. And this anger is just keep on growing and growing each day that he's being unsuccessful, and it's growing to disappointment in himself and all that. So technically, yeah. What he needs is to see the error of his ways and just calm down. It's easier said than done. But still, it's like getting... Who's a psychotic villain who actually changed his ways? I gotta use one. I am gonna use the Scarlet Witch again. She was angry because she was forced to like throw everything away, her children, her husband that she basically made out of magic, and her whole dreamland that was all a sitcom, which I absolutely loved. she was angry and she was grieving and she was just grieving over the loss and she was looking and all that. She was willing to kill and just destroy anyone in their sight. But then again, her eyes were opened from the people that she needed the most. From the other dimension version of herself and her kids saying, "This isn't right. Why would you do this? This isn't you." Even though Eclipse doesn't know who he is, that's with the whole purpose thing. But thing is, he's been told he's a villain since the moment he came into existence. I have a headache. This headache is very, very bad, essentially. That's what Sun was saying. And I was just telling him, oh, this is bad. And like telling Eclipse, yeah, you're bad and all that, unknowingly. So essentially, what they need is to just talk and just have a heart-to-heart. But then again, just get... Eclipse is emotionally vulnerable all the time. Just make him feel safe. He doesn't feel safe because he's constantly in danger of being killed or attacked because of what he's done, because of his anger. And that just keeps on growing and growing because of this, him being scared, it's all of his grief, all of his sadness, all of his disappointment in himself and in others. That just all grows into more and more anger that he's fighting against himself. He needs to be helped. And I don't think Earth can do it herself. I think Sun and Moon, everyone needs to help him. You can say I'm crazy all you want, but I've done my research and I can say from my own experiences that it helps.
I have let you call me names. I've let you say horrible things to me. I've let you threaten people to me directly. And I said nothing because I wished to be supportive and have an open mind towards you. However, it does not give you the right to call me names.
Really?
Yes, really. That is my boundary.
Nothing like bumbling idiots or dits for brains.
You see here, you may not notice it. Bullies tend to push what they believe about themselves onto others. Pretty much everyone agrees that Eclipse is just pretty much a bully. So when he's calling Earth names, he's really calling himself that. So just, yeah.
Or what?
Is it because someone hurt you that you have to resort to such foolish tactics to hurt me when I've done nothing to you?
I think your psychoanalytics is not going to be helping you very soon, Earth.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have not helped with you at all because you don't wish to be helped. You wish to be miserable because you wish to drag others into the abyss with you. Because you are not happy, and I don't think you'll ever be happy. You will never be happy until everyone you do dislike is miserable, just as you are.
And that will
So
not
that
help.
you can be, I don't know, the almighty ruler of the miserable and the pathetic. I'm sorry to say it, but this whole mission of yours is very pathetic, and I've been trying to be kind about it. But coming to my bedroom to try and make fun of me for doing absolutely nothing when I've done nothing but kind to you, kinder than I should be, honestly, it's kind of like a spit in the face. So what is it you really want? Did you want a reaction out of me? You got it. I said how I feel. Is that good for you?
Plenty.
Just know this. I'm very happy with my life. I'm very happy with the friends I've made. And though I will have to discuss this with Sun and Moon about why they've been keeping some of those things away from me, and what really happened, you will not drag me down with you. I'm not a crab in the bucket you wish to drag down to be boiled, or however that metaphor goes.
It's a frog. It's a frog in water that's being slowly heated up, not knowing that it's slowly being boiled to death.
Is that clear? Your war is not with me, so don't drag me into it.
Can't say I didn't try, I suppose.
Try what?
Nothing.
Thank you
Don't
for
worry
respecting my
about
boundaries now.
Go for yourself.
Well, that's not a nice word.
I don't know what that word was.
I'm leaving now.
You know you could just teleport. You
This is
teleported in
certainly
here.
something I need to discuss with Sun and Moon. I don't even know who's telling the truth anymore, what I've gotten myself into.
Got yourself into heck.
Back to sorting!
So yeah, essentially, Eclipse needs help. He's unknowingly being corrupted by anger. Just look at WandaVision's whole dynamic, and that's what you have for Eclipse. Yeah. He thinks he's doing the right thing, as well as WandaVision and Thanos. He has the power to turn people on his side because of the star, which also includes all three of them, which includes Mysterio. So essentially, Sun and Moon, you just need to realize, just knock it in your brain, please. I just want to go on that show and just go like, listen, mate, I've psychoanalyzed Eclipse over 20 times now, and I want to tell you what his weakness is. Being vulnerable. That's his weakness. Being vulnerable, because he's always vulnerable and he doesn't like showing it. Anyway, let's get to the review. 10 out of 10. I got to psychoanalyze Eclipse. Yay, and I got to make sci-fi references. There you go. Earth. Do not give Bully's response, because that'll only keep them going. But then again, he did a very good job at getting him as close to vulnerable as I can. Eclipse, if you actually do want to change, you're going to need to do a lot more stuff, and as well as just open up and become vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable. Even though you already are, you just need to stop pretending that you're not. Oh crap.
Well,
Okay, oh crap. Anyway. Yeah. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. I still need submissions for the, whole thing. The, music video will be, out this week at least, I think. And you know the drill. Please like and subscribe and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.